The MLS had a great number, in my opinion, taken to the World Cup in 37. But were they good enough playing? Did they have a good representation of playing in the World Cup for the MLS? Let's take a look at it. So out of the 37 players from the MLS that go to the World Cup in Qatar, 11 of them, yes, 11 of them, did not play a single minute in the World Cup, which is very unfortunate. So that takes it down to 26 players that actually played at least a little bit in the World Cup. So the 11 players that did not play a single match or a single minute in the World Cup were Oliver Mbazio from Cameroon, James Potamus, Samuel Payet, Dane St. Clair, and Joel Waterman, all for Canada, did not play a single minute. And then you had Xavier Arriaga and Diego Palacios for Ecuador, Facundo Torres for Uruguay, and then you had Sean Johnson, Aaron Long, and Christian Roldan for the U.S. that also did not play a single minute in the World Cup. Now, we did have 7 players that played one match in their time in the World Cup, and those were Thiago Almada from Atlanta United, played in one match, did not start that match for Argentina, and he only played 6 minutes. Then you had Lucas Calavini for Canada from Vancouver Whitecaps. He played a match, but did not start that match, and he only played 18 minutes in that match. Then you have Mark Anthony Kaye for Toronto FC. He started his match, played 60 minutes, also for Canada. Then the most unfortunate one was Daniel Chacon for Costa Rica from Colorado Rapids 2. He played a match, didn't start it. The man only got to play 1 minute, which is very unfortunate for him. We also had Karol Swiderski from Charlotte that played for Poland. He started a match and only played in that match, and he only played 45 minutes of that match. Then you have Martin Caceres, I think is how you say it, from LA Galaxy, played for Uruguay, and he played one match, and he played the full 90 minutes, and he did start that match. So he played the full 90 minutes, so that is our first player that has played a full game. And last but not least, for that one matcher, we had Jesus Ferreira for the U.S., from FC Dallas. He played a match, started it, and he only ended up playing 45 minutes in that match. So that leads us into our players that played 2 matches in the World Cup. We had some that started both matches, and some that didn't start any of them. So first off, we have Ronald Matarrita for Costa Rica from FC Cincinnati. He played in 2 matches. He did not start either one of those, and he played 24 minutes between the 2 matches. Next up, we have Jose Sufuentes. I said that completely wrong, and I apologize for that. He played 2 matches, did not start either one of those matches, and played a total of 58 minutes between them. Then we have Sebastian Mendez for Ecuador, also plays for LAFC. He actually played 2 matches, started both of those matches, played the full 180 minutes, and probably would have started the 3rd game, but he had a yellow card accumulation, so he had to set out that 3rd and final match of the group stages. So next up, we have Hector Herrera for the Houston Dynamo, played for Mexico. He played 2 matches, started both of them, but only played 161 minutes between those 2 matches. To a player that scored at the World Cup for an MLS side, we had Shaqiri for Switzerland. He scored a goal, and he also had an assist. He started 2 matches, both of them that he played in, and he played 141 minutes between those 2 matches. And he is one of only 2 players from the MLS that scored in the World Cup. Now we move on. We have Jordan Morris, who played in 2 matches, did not start either one of them, from the Seattle Sounders, and he only played a total of 3 minutes. So got into 2 different matches, but only played 3 minutes in the whole World Cup. Then you have Shaq Moore from Nashville Sc for the U.S. He played in 2 matches, but did not start in either of those, and ended up with 20 minutes through those 2 matches. Then you have DeAndre Yedlin, another one for the U.S. from Inter Miami. Played in 2 matches, did not start, but ended up with 31 total minutes. And then one more for the U.S., we had Kellen Acosta from LAFC, played in 2 matches, did not start either one of those, and played a total of 40 minutes. So we move on to our 3 gamers. We had 8 guys from the MLS that played in 3 matches throughout the World Cup. Our first one is Tolo for Cameroon from Seattle Sounders. He played in 3 matches and started in all 3 of those matches, playing the total 270 minutes between those 3, one of the higher minutes played out of all of the MLS guys. Next up, we have Ismail Kone from Montreal for Canada. He played in the 3 games, did not start any of them, played a total of 106 minutes, and also got himself a move to Watford out of that. So one of only 2 guys that got a move from the MLS to a European squad. So we stay on the Canadian side. We have Jonathan Osario from Toronto FC playing for Canada. He did play in all 3 matches, but did not start any of them and played a total of 120 minutes. My apologies, he did start in one of them, but came off the bench in the other 2. Still staying on that Canadian side, which we will for the next 3 people, we have Richie Lareya. He started in 2, played in 3, played a total of 160 minutes for that Canadian side. Then we move on to Alistar Johnston. He started in 3 matches, all 3 matches that he played in, played the full 270, and this is the other player that got a move to a European side. He is moving on to Celtic FC, which I'm pretty excited about. Pretty excited to see him there because I am a Celtic fan. I was a Celtic fan before I even started liking the MLS, so that is pretty cool. I can't wait to see what he does over there. And for the last Canadian, we have Kamal Miller. He started 3 matches, all 3 that he played in, and he played the full 270 minutes, and he plays for Montreal on that Canadian side. So that is awesome. There was 3 Canadians that played every single minute for Canada on the MLS side. With 2 guys remaining with 3 matches to their name in the World Cup, we have Brian Oviedo for Costa Rica from Real Salt Lake. He started all 3 matches that he played in and played a total of 262 minutes for them. And last but not least, everyone knows this man, Gareth Bale from Wales for LAFC. He started in all 3 matches that he played in, 225 minutes, and he is the only other player in the MLS that scored a goal in this World Cup. So down to our last 2 players. These 2 players did play in 4 matches altogether. One starting in 2 of the matches, and that is Milos Degenek for Australia from Columbus Crew. He played a total of 182 minutes for that Australian side. And then last but not least, we have Walker Zimmerman. He played in 4 matches, started 3 of them, played a total of 278 minutes for the U.S. from Nashville SC. So that is all the players we have gone over for the MLS that got to play in the World Cup or got to go to the World Cup. To sum it all up, they played a total of 3,066 minutes. They played 57 matches, only 33 starts, and a combined total for their team where each player was 126 matches altogether. So it's not that great in my opinion. It was nice that we had that many guys go, but it would have been cooler to see guys play 3 to 4 games. Even that 2 range, if they played 2 and played pretty much the whole 2 games, that would have been nice. But I think really what sets with me is having 11 players that did not get any time at all at the World Cup out of the 37. I kind of think it's a fail. I hope that the players pick it up and we see more MLS players play in the World Cup. But to me, it was a fail just because 11 of those 37 did not play at all, and we only had 2 players playing 4 games and only 8 players playing 3 games. But thank you for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you like the content. Please subscribe. As always, be happy for others, and we'll see you next video.